nervous systems. You know, a lot more people are getting state-of-the-art mind control, which is just, you know, messing with their emotions, their thoughts, their feelings, without torture, without trauma. So we've got a whole world full of people like that. And then a ton of people, you know, I think millions, I'd say millions upon millions of trauma-based mind control, and it gets more and more every day. And they give, you know, to hear what one of these women was saying that her attackers were saying to her while she was just trying to do regular bathroom stuff, they're giving it to horrible monsters, because they're the ones that are willing to do this, and then they just get the information. You know, they just compile all this information because it's connected wirelessly, so they let people do whatever the hell they want, and then as they're cutting up people's bodies with microwave, you know, just uploads, you know, to you know, DARPA or the DOD or these contractors to give out the information for a price. It's insane. It's insane, and it's insane to go through it every day, and there's really no way to get a break from it. That's why earlier I was saying, you know, it was good advice from my dad, don't let this consume you, but I mean, I'm living, being tortured, and having to do with it, you know, being in the middle of this, being tortured, traumatized, having to figure it out all the time, and that's what we do, you know, we figure it out, we keep trying to make people aware. So, I mean, I guess just keep doing what you're doing, target individuals, but do it more. You know, think of better ways. Please, the good ideas like Dr. Horton's Tsunami email campaign and a lot of other groups are, you know, coming forward with their public awareness campaigns and mailing campaigns. My car is shaking because the engine is really bad. I've got some kind of thing right there. But just keep doing what you're doing. If you haven't got on the conference calls and you feel lonely or scared, you know, get on those to get ideas. You know, or get in touch with me at vulcanwolverine@gmail.com. I think I've sent out, you know, most of my CDs. It does cost money. So if you have asked for a CD very recently, I'm probably going to have to wait for like a week. And there's EMS workers, probably that fire truck and that they're going someplace that has nothing to do with me. Yeah, and sorry. I mean, they're messing with my speech a lot, and my thoughts, my short-term memory. It's just they've been doing it for so long that, you know, I've you know, fought it pretty valiantly for a long time, but they just have all the time in the world, so it's going to affect my thoughts, my speech, my emotions. You know, I really just try and fight it on every level. Whenever it's weird because there's automation with the I guess AI or automated program, whatever you want to call it. But my program runs where whenever I try and think, when I'm thinking and I come up with a more than average vocabulary word, it will erase it. Like, it will erase it before, like, right when it's about to come out. So there must be some kind of standard for language that they're using, and then when I'm about to come out with like a kind of an above average, not on these videos, but just thinking, and my vocabulary, it's above average a little bit. Those words will just be blanked out of my mind. Like, I will have known what I wanted to say, the word and everything, and it'll just disappear. So this stuff is very dangerous. It's very dangerous. Non-TIs, it's being used on more and more people every day. You know, I don't think the contractors, the DOD and the contractors, the CIA and DIA, I don't think that they're planning on this for us not to be aware of it. I think that they're planning on it to be so big that by the time everybody is aware of it, it'll be too late, and they can't pull any of it back. and it won't matter. I mean, people can be protesting and whatever, and they'll still just be doing it. I think that's kind of their plan. Their plan isn't to cover this up forever, because it's not like Area 51. It's not like, you know, a single event that they don't want, that the government or, you know, some of these agencies don't want us to know about in total. It's not something they can hide that happened once or an area out in the desert. It's something that's going on in our communities every second of every day, to lots of different people. So I don't even think they plan on covering this up forever. I don't think that's even part of their plan. The plan is to, by the time that it comes out, for us to not be able to do anything about it. And there's that same fire truck. I don't know where they were going. Very questionable stuff happens around me and other TIs. Y'all know this. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to make a video. It's the same old every day. It does get worse because my body gets tireder. The torture's not getting worse. If I had all the defenses I have now in place at the beginning of this, and they were doing it at this level at the beginning, this would be a cakewalk. My body and my mind are so tired, just from thinking about this all the time. You know, Dr. Horton talks about you know, secondary and tertiary effects of this. Like, so the primary effects would be like, you know, you're getting roasted with microwaves, they're messing with your head and stuff like that. You know, secondary effects would be like, you know, you have to put aluminum foil all around you, or defenses. So, you know, like me and my Q-wave defenders, that'd be secondary effects. I guess that maybe would be a primary effect, your body just getting so tired, just from all the torture. That'd really be a primary effect. But from all the secondary and tertiary effects of this, you know, what's happened to my family, and they're really great people. They still love me. They'll never believe me. Probably my grandma will never believe me. And I don't talk about this with her. My parents may believe me if it, you know, comes out on Fox News. Maybe. You know, just from all the effects, the secondary and tertiary effects, the primary effects, I'm worn out. They're doing tons of stuff to my mind where, you know, they're really trying to mess with my personality, who I am. It's not really working. A lot of people say it, and you know, and I'll say it, they can't really mess with your nature, like who you are. I really believe, because they've done everything, thrown everything and the kitchen sink at me. I look really bad. I look sick. Alright, well, sorry. Well, I'm not going to apologize for looking sick, but anyway, I look bad. My eyes look puffy. I forgot what I was talking about, guys. So I'll just say I'll just say for the next 5 minutes. I did that one on purpose. I didn't do that one on purpose. But I guess all we can do, you know, we just gotta hang in there. We've really got to just try and pull together. Frank Allen, his activism in Washington is going to be on May 19th. And he's having a call every Friday. I still don't have that number. I wasn't able to get on this Friday. But I'm going to try and get some information from one of my friends who's you know, very, very involved in that, and get out some detailed information so people from my videos can get hooked up with that. I'm going to be trying to go if mommy will buy me a plane ticket. If mommy will buy me a plane ticket. Yeah, if my mom will buy me a plane ticket, I'll go. I have no money. I'm like just surviving, you know, on disability. And, you know, if they stop this torture, I could get a good job and have a career. It sucks. And, you know, I was supposed to get some back pay for disability, which they've been withholding that for 1.5 years, almost 2 years. And yeah, I've told y'all a million times, these people who are murdering us, and they have these remote stations and the gang stalking and all this crap it's so useless. They get that on a dime. I mean, that day when they need the money, because it's coming from private contractors. So, you know, it is the DOD, it is some governmental programs like DHS fusion centers, but, you know, it's intertwined with private money and private interest too. It's a military-industrial complex, and basically set within a global system. This is the worst thing that mankind has ever had to fight in our existence, and people aren't even fighting it. They're, you know, it would be impossible to fight even if everybody's woken up, and people are just participating in it. And when I say impossible, I mean just really hard. But let's keep going, guys. Sometimes just the simplest things can get us through. You know, I keep saying a lot now. You know, supplements, you know, passive defenses, just encouragement from each other. I'm not trying to be negative or anything, but this is some dark shit, as a lot of people have said. It's some dark shit with people's ignorance, you know, as the gravy on top of the big mashed potatoes of dark shittiness. That's kind of good. I like that. I love you guys. I hope y'all are doing good. I'm probably gonna, you know, I'm gonna write some stuff out, you know, so I don't have to rely on my memory. It gets harder to do that as they get kind of embedded in my mind, these signals, because they plan it. I mean, they plan, you know, to make these videos, make the calls, you know, whatever you're doing, they kind of plan it they put it into your torture, because your whole life, you know, they're there 24 hours a day, and they really kind of mesh everything that you're doing, good or bad. And I'm not saying I'm doing anything bad, but just anything in your life, they try and use it against you, and against letting people know about this program. They want to discredit us, and as Brian too says, the more he tries to talk about it, the more he's discredited. You know, I don't think that's the way we're going in general. I think now, you know, more and more people, trustworthy people, and they've been there all along, but more of us now are coming out and talking about this stuff. So we won't have to deal with this forever. There is a finish line. What I did want to say at the beginning, and I forgot, I just look really bad, like my eyes. I'll talk about why I look so bad. I think I know why I look so bad right now. I'll maybe leave that for another day. And I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I said, this is what I want to say. This is what kind of helps me sometimes. When I'm doing really, really bad and it feels like I'm at the end of my rope because my body's so tired, I like to think of this as a marathon. And at the end of a marathon, you're going to feel more tired. You're going to feel more tired. The pain's going to be worse. So I like to think of this as a marathon that we can see the finish line. I may have already said this in a video, but I'm not sure, because hard to remember a lot of things. But I like to think of it as a marathon where, you know, we can see that finish line. Like, all of us DIs, we're hurting, and it's a marathon, and we can see the finish line, we can see it. But it's going to hurt more while we get to that finish line. There's a EMS worker. They like to do the EMS workers when they really, really torture me hardcore, because it's like I'm very into, like, I've had Crohn's since I was little, so, you know, do no harm, and the medical community is very important to me, and taking care of people who are hurt, so they like to rub that in my face as they rate me. You know, the EMS workers, ha ha ha, you know, you're not only not getting medical help, and there's a one-light SUV, you're not only not getting medical help, but we're going to put some of these EMS workers around you, and they're going to laugh at you. Horrible Satanism, guys, horrible. And it gets me mad, gets me angry. Alright, I'm going to save some stuff for the next one. Well, I guess we'll go 45 minutes. I'm just not making a lot of sense today. Now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wait and write some stuff down, guys. But I just wanted to say hi, let y'all know how I'm doing. I hope y'all are doing good. I love y'all. Let's keep going. Let's keep moving forward. And I'll see y'all in the next one, guys. Love y'all.